I'm here with Andrew Scheuermann, CEO of Arch Systems, as well as Mr. Soni Singh, the founder and CEO of NMTronics, and Mr. Sumanyu Singh, the head of technology for the Nest division within NMTronics. Very excited to be here discussing our great partnership and what we've been doing together in advanced manufacturing. Maybe first, I'll shoot to you, Andrew, to talk a little bit about the importance of India as a market for Arch Systems and what you see in terms of Arch getting into the Indian market for EMS.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, really excited to have the partnership with Soni and Sumanyu. You know, we've both been focused in this electronics industry, which has been global for years, right? And it's been about building manufacturing in regions, for regions, sometimes building it in low cost, but also the most innovative areas, right? And it's just clear, I mean, you guys should talk about it too, but from our perspective, for the last, 10 years at least, right? There's been this huge move to India, just an amazing dynamic population. I feel like the people have been building such amazing technology, and companies are recognizing that. We're seeing people move wholesale. Obviously, there's a geopolitical factor, but I don't think it's primarily driven by that. I think it's just driven by the effectiveness of manufacturing. And so for us as a company at Arch, you know, we started being founded in the United States, working with companies directly around us. They started taking us to their factories, which were already in India, in China, in Mexico, in Eastern Asia, Eastern Europe. But then as we started thinking about where would we build a sales presence outside of the US and Europe first, India seemed to be the best choice. And so that actually became our very first primary foray. And we're just very privileged to get to partner with you all on that. So
Here's what was.
Yeah, and I'll maybe ask Mr. Soni a question here because NMTronics is the premier organization for EMS sales service, bringing EMS equipment to companies in India. And I was personally told once, Mr. Soni knows every single person that has a SMT line in India. He may not have sold it to them, but he absolutely knows them. And you have a huge market share in that regard of actually providing it as well. So you have a wealth of knowledge on the market, what the challenges are, what the opportunities are. Maybe could you talk a little bit about where you see the Indian EMS market now and also what you maybe see in 5 years as it grows?
Yeah. Yes. First of all, thank you very much for bringing me for this forum. I'm very glad to have a partnership with a company like yours. If you have seen that I'm the founder of the company, I started the company way back in 1999. And in the last 28 years, I have seen India market growing a lot. When I started my career, it was selling one SMT line in a year. And now we are selling one SMT line per week. So market has grown nearly about 50 times. And we are not stopping anywhere. And the conservative estimate says that in next 5 years, I would say the market will be, it is 3 times what we see now. If you look at the history, our company history, traditionally, I'm a Fuji person, Fuji pick and place guy. I was initially trained in Germany and Japan and then moved back to India way back in 99. And then I started my career, build a company. And I keep on adding more and more principles. In short, our company is right now in the field of electronics manufacturing. Then we are also in the field of solar, also in the field of EV, and also robotic automation, plus some new and exciting tech development with Sumanyu is doing it. India market at this stage right now is, I would say, that we are contributing to more than 10% of most of the global companies. So it's a very significant contribution India market is doing as for the part of the global sales. We have seen the evolution of the electronic manufacturing company in India. And the best thing what I like about our system, this tech side was being missed by all our customers for years. You know, we are selling machines left, right, center. But when you have a multi-location, multi-brand, multi-SMT lines, the management is always confused where is the most optimum utilization of my SMT lines. And for you when you are bringing the data right in the front about the OEE, and each of my customers can very effectively understand all the capital equipment's deployment, how effectively is being running. It's not only for our customers, like which is the EMS company, but even their customers also. It brings the whole transparency and real-time data. So my customers don't need to ask any information. So it's coming automatically fresh from the machine, is being processed by your engine and then being displayed. So I can say that if you look at the Indian market is very diversified. We have a large Fortune-rated companies having a large presence in India in the field of EMS and also in the field of automotive and also in the field of consumer. But we have a very fast growing local EMS companies, and these are also became public in the last few years, and the market capitalization has also gone up, which we are very excited about it. Most importantly, there are a lot of machine growths, and that is a real, I would say that's a real point for the growth of the country. I have seen how China market has grown. I would say, 15, 20 years back. India is experiencing the similar pattern, but at the faster pace.
Was.
And thankfully, it's the government of India. Our Honorable Prime Minister has a vision, and he is doing everything possible for the electronic manufacturing, the semicon business, and to give the highest priority. If you look at all the global Fortune companies, they are trying to establish a base in India, and we are very, very happy to partner with them and very excited to be part of the Arch system.
Thank you.
Yeah, and when I was in India in September for Productronica with you, I saw so many machines labeled "Made in India," "Make in India" as the program that the government is driving. So I see a very strong future for more and more of that supply chain to be brought there. So that's very interesting insight, and bodes well for all of us, I think.
Yes, that's right.
Sumanyu, maybe I'll ask you the next question. You run NMTronics Nest division. You're focused on bringing new technologies into your customers, making new technologies as well. Could you maybe talk to me a little bit about what you see as the role of AI on the plant floor and how you see those type of tools being used by your customers?
Yeah, that's a great question, and we've seen this firsthand at our first deployment site at Surmise GS. They've taken the brave step of being one of the pioneer EMS companies to actually sign and onboard our systems, especially Arch AI. And I think the use of AI is the more ubiquitous it becomes, the greater of an equalizer it becomes as well, because it reduces the skill gap between a trained operator, a trained SMT expert, and someone who's just fresh out of university. Yeah. And why not have all the knowledge from day one? I think what this does is make this industry more approachable, because at the end of the day, we all need products. Yeah. And this actually makes manufacturing really attractive. So I think the use of AI is welcome, and in fact, I'm actually very happy that Arch AI is taking and leading the space to, making it more and more accessible to all the manufacturers.
That's awesome. And maybe, Andrew, I'd ask you a quick follow-up on that. Heard what Sumanyu just said. Do you see any extra focuses based on where Arch is going with AI that maybe could help Sumanyu's customers sort of take that next step with AI?
Yeah, I mean, it's just developing so rapidly, and we've been having great conversations here at Apex about the data layer, about the math layer, about the AI layer. The sophisticated companies, and this partnership is one of those. And one of the reasons, again, that we were so excited to pick NMTronics, and I think you guys are excited to pick us, is because we can develop together, because this field is rapidly evolving. I mean, everyone who is using ChatGPT or Anthropic on their phone knows that. The joke that I often make is like, at first it was, a 4-year-old, and then it was an elementary, and then middle school and high school, and it keeps getting smarter and smarter. And then that's one side, but then the other side is is how do you train it or apply its focus? And that's the data that it really has and the math layer that we were talking about. And that's something that a sophisticated partnership like this is able to work on together. What it really means for a factory is like, how many machines can you connect? Do you have upgraded equipment that has the right interface? Is that possible? We were just talking about factories that still have an old X-ray and it doesn't have a good log format, okay? So it is about getting new machines. So it's one reason we're all partnered with Fuji. It has incredible data, right? But we're also in the business of getting the data from older machines. And so we can put it all together. And so, you know, we're able to go into a factory and figure out what's the maximum data landscape that we can do things with. And then we increasingly model that data and apply AI to it. And so to some extent, everything you were saying, Sumanyu, equalizes as these AIs just get more and more generally intelligent, and Anthropic's latest breakthrough with Claude 4.6 and Gemini Pro 3, it's just brilliant. And at the same time, it's brilliant when it gets grounded in specific data. And that's, I think, one of the things at Sirma SGS that we were able to do together. Your team was able to go in and connect some more machines, rapidly map some data that wouldn't have been properly mapped otherwise. And it allows us to really make the solution practical and work. And so, I mean, from a use case perspective, we're expanding equipment and process optimization. We're going into planning. So that's a really exciting area. Is factories they're excited about, for sure, predictive maintenance and scrap, but what's an even bigger idea? Well, what's the schedule of my factory? You know, how might I hit all my jobs and my orders on time? Yep. Another idea is quality and compliance. Could I understand why every defect is happening? Could I even provide insights that are going to make me deliver first pass yield and things better to my customers? So those are all areas that are developing, and this partnership is continuing to lead in the latest use cases.
Mm-hmm. And back to a point you made early on, it was really instrumental for us both in the pilot and then full deployment to have NMTronics be on site, be able to train team members on actually using the software once it was set up. And even before that, the expertise on the equipment to be able to get all that type of information out that we needed for some of those more advanced use cases. So maybe I'll throw back to Sumanyu here. Maybe tell us a little bit about your experience helping your team to implement Arch at the customer, working with our team remotely, but you really taking point on the plant floor and making it happen for the customer.
Yeah, so that's a great question. It's been short of fantastic working with Arch, just simply easy. You know, oftentimes when we want to implement something, there are layers of bureaucracy, but these bureaucracy are loaded with technical difficulties. In our industry, a lot of the manufacturers don't want to actually communicate with each other, even though we have common protocols, communication protocols. But I think the beauty of our systems is that you just have such a vast connector library that allows us to simply go and connect machines that we've even never seen before, or are just simply too old. But the beauty of working with you is that we don't have to stop there. If you've not seen a machine, you're proactive, you help us navigate the situation, give us insights that we didn't have before, and help us actually get the machine connected. You know, the problem that the customer faces is that no one is there to guide them properly. So being on the ground and having Arch with us to navigate through all these different pitfalls of, you know, what happens if I connect my factory? Will my data be safe? Will I be able to get enough insight to justify such a major expansion? I think these problems were answered early on during the trial. And, you know, we extended the trial a little bit because they started seeing, our customers started seeing real value. You know, going from Glow for management to see the OEE for all the sites, from React to looking at the programs and the jobs that are running on the line, or for SMT experts to go into process insights and actually get all that fine-tuned nutrition data and the takt time data and the action manager data. I think these you know, tools combined give more than even thought of by all the people at the shop floor. So I think it's been it's been really great. I'm looking forward to even more connected factories along with Arch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me as well. Me as well. Mr. Soni, you were a great executive sponsor for that first project that we worked on together. Do you have any insights from sort of what our customers, our joint customers, sort of top level management really care about and we're excited about with this project coming in?
Yes, I would say every top management, the CXO level of our customers, they need data. They need data in the right format. They need the data because they always have a short of time. So the more information come with a limited time, it's easy for them to make the decisions. And believe me, the implementation of our system in Sarma SGS has opened up the eyes. And they know that where are the weak points and where they need to focus, because if you look at Sarma SGS, they already in the press release, they have got more than 35 assembly lines in 9 different locations. So not all locations will perform the best. So some locations are really, they need a higher attention of the management. So now there's a process inside related to give the complete view how the particular site is working. And some customers, because every customer is important, some customers may not be able to get that high level attention. So the early information is really streamlining the decision making. So CXO level, believe me, for the CXO level, they always look at the data at the shortest possible time and maximum information in the right format. And thanks to Arch.
Awesome. Yeah, and thanks to your great work as well from your team too. So we're really proud of that partnership and working together. Andrew, any last word on where you see us being able to go with NMTronics and where we can work on bringing more AI insights and better manufacturing practices to the Indian market specifically?
Absolutely. To your last comment, Mr. Soni, it was like the real-time visibility reminds me of the first big projects we ever did where they were, at the OEE level, which is just step one. It's not that exciting, but you got to start there. And back in the day, 5, 6, 7 years ago, that's back in the day for AI now, right? It was a 2-month timeline to assemble all these reports and put together a Power BI with a fake data behind it that you didn't trust and that took forever to get. And this is now completely mature. It's scalable. It's easy to connect machines. This is no problem, right? And we do this. And then where are things going, right, is into this AI embedded on top of domain knowledge. And again, that's for me why I'm so excited about this partnership. Something that NMTronics and Arch shares, which few companies share, is really a process understanding of SMT, of backend, and even we're going together, we're exploring new areas. I know you're in solar and EV, and we're building real process expertise in injection molding and CNC and semi-packaging. And so we share this combined deep understanding of how the processes really work. And we have the ability to figure out these process insights and bring them customer to customer, right? To share best practices in the industry. Because ultimately, I think Sumanyu, you also said this in the beginning, this is what's in great shortage is expertise in the industry. And that's the fundamental advantage of AI. And so if you can avoid the dangers of AI, if you have trusted data infrastructure, if you know it's grounded in data, so it's not going to hallucinate, and then you can actually capture these industry best practices. Like that's the leading edge now. And so built on top of real-time visibility, going into the leading edge, I think that's what folks need, and that's what this partnership is delivering. And we're really excited to bring that to more companies in India and all around the world together.
Henry Ford, I think, said, coming together is progress, working together is success. So I feel like us working together has created a lot of success so far, and I'm very excited to see where we can all go together in the next year as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you for being with you.
Yes.